Hi, I'm Kara Bailey, and my presentation is over fracture, injury, and bone healing. So, some common causes of fractures in animals is most definitely car accidents. However, it can occur from different things like fights and falls, and even age, because as an animal ages, they lose their bone density and the strength, and so they're more susceptible to getting a bone fracture. Some common types of fractures are open, which means it broke through the skin as that fracture occurred, or closed, meaning when it broke, it stayed within the body. The classification depends upon the direction or the severity of the fracture. So on the right-hand side in this picture, we can see, for example, an oblique fracture is just a diagonal fracture, or a green stick fracture is an incomplete fracture. Clinical signs that an animal has a fracture is limited mobility of the area. So they most commonly will, like if it's their arm, they'll put their leg up. So they can also exhibit pain and swelling in that area. Some animals will show signs of aggression if that area is messed with, and they can also be licking that area a lot. The diagnostic tests that are performed to determine if an animal has a fracture is most commonly an X-ray. However, you can use ultrasounds, MRIs, or CAT scans. So in this picture, it's an X-ray of a humerus in a dog. So on the left-hand side, we can see that this is a normal, non-fractured humerus. However, on the right-hand side, you can tell that this is a complete fracture of the humerus in this poor dog. The general prognosis is typically non-lethal, but this does depend upon how quickly this animal was treated. So were they seen within a timely manner? It also depends upon the severity of the fracture and the surrounding areas. So did this fracture puncture any external or internal organs, or did it cause any more damage within the body? Some minor fractures can be left untreated and they'll just heal slowly on their own, but severe fractures do need treatment. Now, if a severe fracture is left untreated, it can cause a lot of problems like bone deformity, permanent nerve damage, infection, and many other things. Some treatment options that are available for a bone fracture in an animal include external copiation, which is a splint or a cast around the injured limb, which just stabilizes and immobilizes it so that way it can heal properly. Veterinarians can also perform orthopedic surgery. So two options they have for this are external fixation, which is just the pins and wires are inserted into the bone, but then different things like clamps are used to attach these pins and wires to a support system on the outside of the body. So another option is internal fixation, which involves screws, plates, rods, things like that that are inserted into the bone, but everything is done within the body. So there's nothing on the outside. So right here we have some examples of some internal fixation. As you can see, everything's within the body. And on this side, we can see some examples of external fixation, which, as you can see, the pins or screws or whatever they used was attached to the outside, a support system on the outside of the body to help with proper healing and alignment of that fracture. So overall, a bone fracture should always be evaluated by a vet so proper treatment and healing can begin to take place. And here are my citations. Thank you.